All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. This is Tex once again with the Open Source Office. A little bit of a different view today here. It's still going to be treated like a project spotlight, but we're actually joined by the EarnCoin pool, a stake pool operator here in the Cardano ecosystem. I'm joined by Rich. And Rich, did you want to introduce yourself just a little bit?
Sure. My name is Rich Mandarino. I run EarnCoin pool. We started actually on mainnet in 2021. So we've been around for over 3 years now.
Super exciting. That's a good little while here in Cardano. I know there's everyone, they'll say they've been here for a number of years, but 3 years is still pretty massive with a lot of the new attraction coming in. So
Yeah.
good stuff. All right. Well, let's see if we can't get everybody a little bit of an overview here. Can you tell us some more about EarnCoin pool and y'all's mission within the Cardano ecosystem?
Sure. I mean, overall, as a stake pool, all stake pools have kind of that overall mission of securing the network and minting blocks. So we have to get delegators to give us stake, and then based on our stake, that's how we secure the network and then mint blocks. So the more stake we have, the more blocks we can mint for the network. So overall, that's just kind of the mission for all stake pools. And then within that, we kind of have our own, we're actually a mission-driven pool. So we actually give a percent of our profit every year to a charity, and it's angeltracks.org. And that charity actually gives financial assistance to families that need to do cancer treatments for their pets. So for families that can't afford those treatments, which can be quite expensive, we work with different veterinarians, and people can apply to get assistance for those cancer treatments. So, and full disclosure, I'm actually on the board, but we're all we all do it for free. So none of us are paid. And so all of the money for the charity actually goes directly to cancer treatments. And then we also, inside of that, kind of had our own mission for education and to help small pools. So it was kind of a big thing when we got started, was we just wanted to really help with the decentralization message and really help more small and new pools kind of grow and help the network decentralize. And within that, we kind of found that, part of it was education. So we really made our mission at EarnCoin pool to really work on education. So that kind of pushes us in everything that we do. We kind of use that as, okay, how can we help educate on this or that, and through that help small pools or help delegators or the community at large. So that's kind of our broad mission.
Super intriguing. I do appreciate you sharing. A few things I note from that. I know giving back is one of the more interesting things in the Cardano ecosystem here. I know there's a few organizations or projects or even SPOs like yourself who are looking to do those things, and I like how that comes back close to home, because pets are family for a lot of us. So
yeah.
That's awesome. And the education piece, that's becoming more of a buzzword, I guess I would say, over the last, I don't know, probably last quarter or throughout the tail end of 2024 here. It's the one thing I keep hearing is education. So I'm glad to see that that you all have that, right? Or that we can have that coming from, SPOs directly to others. And hopefully that sparks throughout, the DREPs as well. Maybe, we take it, you don't have to be a DREP pioneer to train another DREP, right? Can get together and have those conversations. So,
yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
glad to share it. So maybe we can focus a little bit more on some other contributions that you've had. I know you said minting blocks and things like that, but are there any unique contributions that you all have had over the 3 years you've been around?
Yeah, so we are an admin for the XSPO Alliance. So what that is this an alliance for extra small pools? So the only requirement is, well, there's two requirements. First, obviously, you're a single pool, and that you're under 1 million delegated to you when you join the alliance. So it's okay to grow above that. In fact, we encourage that. So as our members grow much above $1 million, we encourage them to stay and help the other new pools and small pools, and encourage them and help them and try to lift them up as well. So I'm an admin for that, and part of my duties actually is we have weekly meetings every Sunday for members only, and so I help schedule all those meetings, and then I also work with guests. So we have different guests that come in. In fact, we had Professor Agalos once join us for a weekly call and stuff like that, and then different projects throughout the ecosystem that may be launching, that are looking for maybe input for SPOs and stuff like that. And then we just have kind of a members discussion about what's going on in the ecosystem, because as you know, there's so much constantly going on. So it's really great because we have different members that are really honed into different things. You know, we've got some members that are really involved in Catalyst, some that are really involved in governance and DREPs, and some that are really involved on the tech side. And it's just great because we have these calls, and then we kind of share information and say, hey, did you see this that's happening in, you know, in Intersect, or did you see this that's happening here? And so it's a great way for us to kind of share information and help each other. And then also just tech wise too, you know, sometimes we have new pools coming in that have just questions on how do I do this, or, you know, I'm struggling with this. And so we spend a lot of time helping pools through that. And then another contribution I had, that I actually am an author of 2 PCPs. So a PCP is a parameters committee proposal. And so these are proposals that you can do on different parameters that you'd like to see changed within Cardano. And so I authored one on increasing the K parameter, which is the parameter that's kind of targeted as the decentralization parameter. So that kind of sets the saturation level of pools, that once they go above that, they get decreased rewards. So it's kind of a soft push to get delegators to delegate to more pools out there and help decentralization. So I authored one to move K to 1,000. And then I also authored a PCP on Tau, which is the expansion. It's the rate of that basically it's considered like the tax, right? So there's a certain rate that is charged each epoch that goes into the treasury, right? So that's how our treasury expansion is done. So I guess it's the treasury expansion rate would be a better way to put it. So I had just wrote a piece on that, on kind of where the current rate is, because it's currently at an effective rate of 33%. So we were looking at, you know, maybe bringing the community together to see if that rate should stay there, if it should be adjustable and stuff like that. So we also wrote that. And then I also write guides. So I have a bunch of guides that I write, mostly targeted at SPOs, so to teach them how to do different things. So our most recent guide that we wrote was teaching SPOs how to vote on governance actions. So obviously with governance hitting the chain, there's things right now like governance info actions, which are basically a poll, but SPOs are allowed to vote on those as well. So we wanted to kind of teach SPOs the process of what it's like to vote. It's not like a normal DREP where they can kind of just go to a web interface and do their vote and sign it. We actually have to use our keys and go to our air gap machines and stuff like that. So we wrote a guide there, all within education, right? So all those things are to educate people on different parameters and things like that, and then also guides on how to do things. So.
Right. Yeah. Well, I really do love hearing the decentralization at every level. I think that's super important in the environment that we're in, is to really keep that top of mind. You got to consider it from every approach. And then, yeah, as you mentioned, governance, of course, is that other key buzzword, kind of the thing that everyone's looking at right now. And so I definitely think it's important to hear that you're involved at keeping a close eye on those parameters, and be exciting to see how that changes, or how those proposals come in as we move forward.
Yeah, and right now there's currently a info action, again, which is kind of like a poll on K. So Atrium Labs just posted a info action asking if K should be increased. So anyone that's out there that's a DREP or SPO, you can right now voice your opinion on what you think should happen with K. So
that's a great call out. I know we just finished our elections here at Intersect for our committees and the board, but another chance to echo, go and vote, because that is what we're looking for here in the community at large, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Being able to have our opinions heard. So awesome. Yes, go out there and go vote, go stake.
Yeah.
So that's leading into it here. I don't know if there's anything else that you might want to share in terms of governance, and specifically for Earn Coin Pool, how y'all plan on participating as we move forward.
Yeah, we actually registered as a DREP, so I am a DREP, and then also we will obviously be voting as a pool. As an SPO, there's actually just a few limited governance actions that we actually vote on. Pools actually don't vote on a whole lot. I think there's only three actions we vote on, but the info actions we will try to still stay active, and ones that we obviously affect us or whatever, we will vote on those info actions to give our opinion. And then as a DREP, that's the other side, since DREP will be voting on obviously just about every action that happens. So we're participating in that as well.
Good stuff. So as we look towards the future here, what are some future plans for Earn Coin Pool in terms of development and how we continue to improve?
Yeah, we just recently became a Keystone hardware wallet ambassador. So they don't pay their ambassadors, so full disclosure there. But it fell in line with our mission of education. So as an ambassador, it was a great opportunity to work with Keystone to just educate the community on just the importance of hardware wallets themselves, whether it's a Keystone or a different hardware wallet, to be able to really just secure your funds and understand that you really need to secure your seed phrase and your signing credentials, and kind of the process of that and educating. I just actually had a conversation with somebody recently who had a hardware wallet and it wasn't quite understanding everything, how it worked, and so it was just interesting to kind of walk them through the process and how to use it and how to secure your stuff and not make some of those mistakes that other people make. And one of the great things about Keystone is it shows you all the data right on your screen, so you know what you're signing, and you pay attention to each step and know how much funds you're sending and where you're sending them and stuff. So again, just part of that education of just keep pushing through. So that's part of our future plans, is just to keep looking at ways to help educate people. And then we're always looking for different projects to partner with as a pool, to just help cross market each other and bring awareness to different projects that are building on Cardano, and ways that we can help them build and improve and educate people about different projects like web gaming or Web3 gaming and things like that. There's just some great projects that are coming out that I don't think people are aware of. So we're always looking to kind of partner with them and help bring awareness to them as well. And then they're also usually very nice to help bring awareness to us and help us get some delegators. So we're constantly moving forward there and building relationships.
Well, I guess the only response there is thanks for taking the first step forward, right? Because that's a little bit along the lines of what we're doing with these sessions here, is trying to give a little bit of that cross marketing, like you were referring to, but also coming from the education perspective. It's really interesting to build in an open source environment, and there are so many ways to get involved. So how do we share with everybody as much as possible what all is going on, but also give some asides to different specific projects or pools such as yourself, to give the crowd the opportunity to differentiate where they want to build. So that's great.
Yeah.
The last one here, I think you kind of probably talked quite a bit to it here, based on the education piece, but of course that's not necessarily the only way. But how is Earn Coin Pool engaging with the community, and what are some ways the community can get involved with the efforts and the mission of Earn Coin Pool?
Yeah, that's a good one. Probably the best resource is just to go to our website, earncoinpool.com, and we've got kind of all of our social links there. But we're everywhere. We've got a Discord server. We're obviously on Twitter, X, even Facebook, Instagram. So those are all great ways to connect with us as well. And of course, I'm in the XSPO Alliance, so you can always jump into their Discord, and I'm there almost all the time. So you can always connect with me there. And then I also, always looking for new projects and things like that of good ways to connect with people. So we just actually registered our pool on, it's ryp.io, which is a great little tool that helps you kind of reach your people, which is, and it's got a way that you can kind of register, you can follow us through there, and you can get alerts and even register your wallet, and you can do things like follow DREPs. It's really a great little app. They have a Discord bot actually that will hit you up too when there's like a new governance action. So if you're DREP, I would highly recommend checking it out, because they'll instantly send you an alert saying, hey, there's a new governance action that you may need to vote on that's been posted. So yeah, we're always looking for new tools like that to try to reach people and reach delegators and things like that. So, but our website's probably the best resource. So as we add new channels to communicate with us, that'll probably be the best place to find us.
Absolutely. Well, that's great to hear. And we'll make sure that we have that website linked in the description of the video here. Of course, as far as anything from the open source office, make sure that you're following us. Give us a like, comment, or subscribe here on the video. If you have any questions, feel free to direct those back to us, or we can even direct those over to Rich to get you an answer if you need. But Rich, I do want to thank you for your time and coming to share with us about Earn Coin Pool. And we'll catch everyone on the next round.
Thank you.